Hello and welcome to DFS Coach Talks top plays from DFS and prize picks for the day. It is Sunday, April the 17th, and it is Easter Sunday. So happy Easter to you there, Mr. Crash.
Happy Easter, Coach.
Today, did you get any Easter bunny basket left for you, or not so much this year?
Not so much this year. Not yet, at least. We'll see. Maybe later on in the day. So, yeah.
I've got some chocolate bunnies and all kinds of stuff that I plan on getting busy with here in just a little bit.
Nice. I like the Reese's eggs. That's my favorite.
So. Those are fantastic. Great invention, no doubt. But we've got a really busy baseball card today. It looks like most of the games are going to be just fine. One game in doubt, but everything else looks really great. So we're excited here to go over this entire card with you. If you haven't been catching our baseball pods lately, we've combined an abbreviated look at the DFS slate from a pitchers, prize picks, BVP, stacks, HR, call, all of those things to give you a base to build your lineup with. Also, as as I stated there, some prize picks plays and just a real feel for the slate going in. So, hopefully it's a brief enough podcast. Everybody has a chance to listen to it, check it out, and build and play their prize picks plays from it. So speaking of prize picks, Crash, they are the presenting sponsor of this podcast today. So we want to thank them. And they are matching first-time depositors dollar for dollar all the way up to $100 if you use the promo code CoachTalk, all one word, no space. All right, this beautiful April the 17th up here in the north now, and a little dusting of snow, Crash. That's
nice.
A big adjustment from the Dallas, Texas scenario. I almost had to put a scarf on old Dirk up there. Those big old teeth of his were chattering.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a different world up north for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I lived in both places half my life, basically. So, I definitely knew what I was in for, but the reality of Easter with a little snow shower, still, a shock to the system, no doubt about it.
No doubt, yeah.
But we've got a great card today. We're going to go over these spots for you. Hopefully this is going to really bring some big winners home for you. Have to give a big shout out, though, to our member Have Faith. He absolutely crushed the slate last night.
Yeah.
Took down a big tournament in the NBA. When you can start playing in that 15K range on your night with minimal with minimal investment, gotta love the ROI on that. So big shout out to our man Have Faith from the Coach Talk members.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, man, let's get after this. Do you want to give a quick preview of the slate, sort of when it all plays out and if anything's looking shaky for you, and then go ahead and start right into your pitchers?
Okay. Yeah, so we're going to be going over the top plays for the 11-game main slate. It starts at 1:05 Eastern. We don't really have any weather issues except for in Kansas City. It looks like that game is probably going to be postponed. But other than that, looks pretty good. So with that being said, my top pitcher play on this slate is going to be Alec Manoa. He's 10,000 on both sites. He had a really good start on Monday at Yankee Stadium. He pitched 6 innings with no runs allowed, struck out 7. He's really looked good. All spring training, I used him quite a bit in a spring training contest we were playing, and I think he's going to follow it up with another excellent start against the Oakland A's today. So I definitely like Alec Manoa as my top, cash type player. So
I love that play. I mean, the A's lineup is really rough, man. It is not pretty. Usually they can moneyball their way into, paying a few bucks and still have guys that are decent, but it looks like it's not working out this year. So I think Manoa is going to be super cheapy or super chalky. I wish he was super cheapy, but he's super chalky. And I think that's okay. Sometimes if he's your raw points pitching champ today, which I think he will be too, you just roll with it and then try to differentiate in hitting.
Right. Yeah, definitely. And Oakland struck out the second most so far this season, which is not surprising. So
no,
I definitely like him for some strikeout props today.
Oh, no doubt. And then what about your value guy?
My value guy is going to be Drew Peterson of the New York Mets. He's going up against the Arizona Diamondbacks, which is one of the worst offenses in baseball right now. He's 7,500 on FanDuel. He's 6,700 on DK. He was supposed to be coming out of the bullpen basically, but he's getting starts because of the injuries to Taijuan Walker and, of course, Jacob deGrom. So they put him in the rotation. He had 4 innings that he pitched of scoreless baseball against the Phillies in that game where Taijuan Walker got hurt. And like I said, he's drawn a very favorable matchup against the Diamondbacks. They've scored the second fewest runs this year with only 21 runs in 8 games. So definitely an offense that's struggling.
I think it's sharp. My only concern when I was putting the line together is how many innings is he going to pitch? Is it a pitch count? What do you think he's going to?
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, what's the skinny on him? Because that's my only drawback.
Yeah, they said that he should get more run more play time, more innings. I think that he'll probably get a good 5 to 6 innings today is what I'm expecting from him.
If I can get 5, I think he's a fine play at that price, no doubt.
Definitely. And then my fade pitcher play is going to be, I know I went to a similar play the other day and it didn't pan out with Rodon, but Alex Wood, 9,800 on FanDuel, 9,500 on DK, going up against that tough Cleveland offense that we've mentioned several times this year. They're second in batting average only to Colorado, and they have the lefty mashers, of course, Jose Ramirez. Miles Straw has been really good against righties and lefties, really, but against lefties too. And then you have Franmil Reyes. They just have a lot of good bats in that lineup from top to bottom. And I think that Wood could struggle a little bit. He doesn't have the velocity and the speed and the fastball like Rodon. So I think that this is a good matchup for Cleveland. I'm not going to stack them, but I don't like the matchup for Wood. So.
Okay. And he will be sort of popular in some spots, although people are afraid of those Cleveland bats. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, they're definitely garnering some interest. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Outstanding. Let's dive right into our prize picks plays. And I have a couple myself to put into the mix. One of them's going to surprise you for sure. And you're going to disagree with me. I think you'll in fact, I'm so sure you'll disagree with me. You may have the opposite side here.
He may be a St. Louis Cardinal. I don't know, just a hunch.
No.
Okay.
You want my? I'll give you my second pick first because it's not as controversial. I'll say.
Okay.
I'm going to take Aaron Ashby under 3.5 strikeouts versus the Cardinals.
Okay.
I don't like him. I don't think he has good stuff. Cardinals good contact. I think, if he has a great game, I think he gets 4 innings and 3 strikeouts. So I'll take the under on Mr. Aaron Ashby.
Okay. That's fair. I mean, the Cardinals don't strike out a lot. I mean, they're one of the fewest strikeouts, if not the fewest so far in the season. So
correct.
Makes some sense.
Yep. How about 1 year? Yeah. So you have 1 or 2 today.
I just have the one. Now, if you have one, you can go ahead and share it if you want. But mine is going to be Miles Straw from the Cleveland Guardians, like I mentioned, over 0.5 runs and RBIs. He scored a run or gotten an RBI in all but 2 games this year. And with him leading off, and like I said, having bats like Steven Kwan, Jose Ramirez, Franmil Reyes behind him, I think they'll be able to bring him home, or he'll bring in a run from the guys ahead of him. So I do like Straw over 0.5 runs and RBIs today.
That's a good play. And he definitely is the straw that stirs that Guardians offense. Sorry, dad joke on Easter.
Yeah.
Had to put a dad joke in on Easter, no doubt.
Yeah.
All right, here's the one you can throw something at your screen if you want to, okay? Now, Adam Oller is pitching for Oakland. He was a 20th round pick or worse. He's not a good pitcher. He doesn't have good stuff. He got smashed around in the first game. Here's my play. Vlad under 8.5 fantasy points. Now, let me explain before you think I'm cuckoo and ate too much chocolate before the podcast here. I think based on what I've seen and what I've watched and the way that I believe they're going to pitch, because Vlad's so hot, I don't think they're going to give him any lollipops. I think they're going to pitch around him.
Yeah.
He's going to chase some pitches, which he will do. He'll hit into some double plays and pop-ups. Right. And if he does have a good eye, maybe he walks, but I just don't think they're going to give him any gopher balls. They're going to make people beat them around him, preferably after him. So my it's not that I like this Adam Aller guy. It's just that I think that the strategy coming in is going to be, let's not give Vlad any, balloon balls here. Let's get him. If he's on base, he's on base. If he'll chase, and then we'll get on from there. So a little bit of a underdog pick there, but I really think it's solid.
Yeah, if they walk him, I mean, just doing some quick math, if he goes, 4 walks, that's 8 fantasy points.
Exactly.
So just under. So
right. Yeah. Yep. Even if he walks twice and pops a single, we're still good.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's why it feels like a strong play to me.
So when he home runs on his first at bat, I'll think of you.
Yeah, way up in where nobody moves, they just stand there and it goes in the upper deck.
Right.
All right, now let's move on to my favorite, and I have one here too. I got up my baseball sticks.
You got your baseball cap on today, Coach.
Yeah, BVP, my favorite thing. So go ahead. What do you got, BVP wise?
There weren't a whole lot of BVP plays that had a lot of what I like to find is experience. Plate appearances against that pitcher. So I went with one that doesn't have a lot of experience, but he's had good success, and that's Aaron Judge against.
You dirty dog!
You took him.
You can't do that to me. He's only 3 for 4 with 2 home runs, and you take my guy.
Oh no!
Yeah.
So, well, it happened.
I love it. Well, that's a good thing though, because we both have the same guy. But I know it's and the BVP haters will be saying 4 at bats. You guys are a joke. You know what? I don't care. 3 for 4, 2 home runs in a game that the Yankees are the best stack on the slate, in my opinion. I love Aaron Judge today. Just plug him in. He's a free square for me.
I do like Aaron Judge. It's funny though, because we always talk about how we never talk about our plays, which we don't before the podcast. And I think this is the first time we had the same BVP play.
I gotta say, you're much smarter and much sharper than you look. I mean that in a good way.
Oh, that's a compliment. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we're on our BVP stack together here. It's the judge and jury to get it done today. Anything else BVP wise for you?
Who was the other one? There was one other one that I liked, and I can't remember who it was now.
That's not going to help our listeners.
Might have been Bryce Harper. I think it was
Bryce Harper.
Yeah, I think it was Bryce Harper. Yeah.
Not bad at all.
Yeah.
And I already mentioned my favorite stack, and I don't care if it's chalk. I mean, it's okay to play some chalk. No worries with that at all. What are your stacks today?
My top stack as far as cash play is going to be the Angels, Trout, Ohtani, Joe Adell, Anthony Rendon against Martin Perez. I've never really been a big fan of his, so I think that this Angel stack is going to be what they've been the whole series, really, which is very strong. So my other top stack is going to be the Toronto Blue Jays, though. With Guerrero, even if Guerrero doesn't do anything, I mean, you still got Springer, Matt Chapman. Their catcher, their lefty catcher, Zach Collins, has been playing really well. I like him too. And as you mentioned, Adam Aller, I mean, he played against the Rays on Tuesday. He gave up 5 runs on 5 hits in less than 2 innings. So
he's nothing to
really struggled.
Yeah, he's nothing to write home about, and he'll have a short leash too. So
right. And then the low-owned stack I like is the Pittsburgh Pirates. They're going against Patrick Corbin Brian Hayes, Brian Reynolds, Jake Marisnick, and Michael Chavis would be the guys that I like from the Pirates. So
okay, yeah, and Corbin's sort of out of gas. It seems like there's no doubt about it. I'm sticking with the Yankees, man. I'll take that murderer's row all day long. Try to fit him in financially is going to be tough, the salary wise, but I still think they could get some do some big damage today.
You can
all
do
right,
it with Peterson. You can put Peterson there and at your pitcher and do it.
Yeah, that definitely helps. HR call, sir. What do you got?
Yeah, I'm actually going to go. I know I've been going with these bigger name chalky guys lately, but I'm actually going to go with one of the value plays from the stack I mentioned, which was the Pittsburgh Pirates. I'm going to take Michael Chavis at 2,700 on FanDuel, 2,600 on DK. He only hit 3 home runs all last year, but they were all against lefties, and he has one this year, and it was against the lefties. So I like him here against Patrick Corbin. Should be very low owned. Those low-owned home runs are something that I always try and find. So hopefully I've got one here.
That's a nice play. And for me, I'm just going to stick with my chalk monster, Aaron Judge. I'm going to go to the bank with him and hopefully he pops one out. Yeah. You know, if he's 3 for 4 with 2 homers, how about, 6 for 8 with 4 homers? That sounds like a
plan to me. Yeah. If Chavis isn't in the lineup, I also like Brian Reynolds also from the Pirates.
Pirates fan all of a sudden. I like it.
No.
I'm planning on getting to a Pirates game and a Guardians game because I'm very close to both places.
Yeah.
So I'm going to check both of them out. I went to the very first game ever for the then they were the Cleveland Indians, not the Guardians, but at Jacobs Field. Now it's called Progressive Field. This is the very first game ever played there. It was freezing cold. It was April 3rd. It was Randy Johnson pitching for Seattle.
Oh, nice.
And, it was a great first game. And that was when the Indians had Lofton and Albert Bell and Manny Ramirez and those teams, that went far and into the World Series and such. But fun time. So I look forward. I haven't been back to any of those stadiums since. So it'll be a good time.
Yeah.
Anyway, I know we went a little longer than normal here. We're getting our Easter it's all the Easter chocolate, all the caffeine.
Slowing you down.
I love it. All right. Anything else from the baseball world for you today?
No, I think we covered pretty much everything I wanted to cover today. So
outstanding. Well, if you'd like to join us, it's dfscoachtalk.com. We would love to have you. If you want to just jump in for 3 days, $10, that's it. Grab all of our information for baseball every day. We, do every baseball game, all the slates. Basketball, we're right in the heart of the playoffs here. Day 2 now with 4 games. Deb and I will be putting a podcast out here in about an hour and a half. And of course, the golf and everything else that we have going. So fantastic day today of sports and a great one this week. Also thank our presenting sponsor, and that is just go to prizepicks.com, sign up for the first time with the promo code Coach Talk, and they'll match you up to $100. So that is it, my friend. You enjoy the rest of your Easter, and for everybody out there, yep, absolutely. And appreciate you listening in on this holiday. Have a great one. Enjoy your day. And we'll be back tomorrow when we look to crush it in MLB DFS and Prize Picks.